Welcome to my video. In this video today, I'm going to talk about the choice point. Most of my shorts this week have been about being in your authentic, choosing your path, making a choice, and I'm going to go a little bit deeper into that in this video. So please stick around. At the end, I'm going to offer you a meditation that you can do to bring yourself into this frequency at this time, to anchor it with intention. Stay tuned, and remember to please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and also share it with someone who you think might need to hear this message. I greatly appreciate you watching, your comments. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and dive into today's video. The choice point, stepping onto your divinely aligned, true, authentic path. Why is this important? Well, right now, many people have opened up, unfolded, awakened to a deeper level of awareness within themselves, and they're realizing that awareness is not enough. The real shift comes when a person consciously chooses to align their actions, habits, and direction with what they know is true for them. Awakening reveals truth, but choice activates the transformation. How many times have you had those moments where you're getting a download or an upgrade, or you're having that aha moment, or some awareness that feels like it's going to change everything? This is the awareness, the aha moment, something clicks and you feel like, yes, this is it. You know those moments? And then like a week or two later, you're kind of still feeling like, wait, what? Nothing really happened exactly. Have you ever felt like that? Well, here's the thing. Did you take action? And if so, is the action that you took relative to the awareness that you had? It's important to bring the awareness and ground it down into the earth, to embody it within your being and connect it to real life. If it lives up here, if it lives out there, if it's just a thought, if it's just an energy and you're not doing your part to cultivate that energy, it becomes something you add to your journal that is a memory that you have to keep going back to remind yourself of something that you told yourself. It has no substance, it has no relevance. It's important to integrate those messages, and that takes some time. So once you've had one of these messages, these downloads, upgrades, awarenesses around your purpose, your truth, your life direction, what many people tend to do at that point is write it down, recall it, feel like everything's changing, but then another one comes in, then another one comes in, and there's stimulus here and stimulus there, and there's all this stuff going on. So that simple little seed moment, that simple seed awareness is now muddied up with all this noise. And when it's muddied up with a lot of noise, we don't have the capacity to be able to digest, integrate, ground that truth within us in a way that we can understand and comprehend. It's almost like we keep it in a place. We either keep it up here, we keep it as a thought, or we keep it stuffed down here. We're keeping it somewhere by piling a lot of other things in there and putting a lot of other things in the space. So if you have had those awarenesses, then it's important to give yourself that time to step back, pause, slow it down for a moment, check in and see if that awareness is relative to what you're experiencing in your life and how that awareness informs your daily life. Write it down, connect with it, reproach it on a regular basis before adding many other awarenesses onto it. Otherwise, you'll have a journal full of wisdom that really never grounded in and was not of any use. Make it your own, integrate it, digest it, learn, discover what it's about, and come to that point where it becomes very clear what your next step is. Because when you take that step, that action is what activates your transformation and gives that awareness the potency that makes it have substance and that extends like a ripple effect in your life. Old patterns can try to pull us back into what is familiar. The comfort zone is called the comfort zone for a reason. Fear, doubt, confusion often appear right before you're about to take that next step, known as the infamous test. That's what it at least feels like. It may not be an actual test. However, sometimes when you're in the process of it, it feels like one. When fear or doubt surface, one option is to see it and let it affect you to the point where it causes you to go the other direction. And that may be where you're at. Again, there's no right or wrong here. So if that's where you're at, then that's where you're at. That's your path, that's your choice. Yet the invitation is to recognize the doubt, the fear, the confusion, whatever is presenting for you there, that is showing up as negative self-talk, as self-criticism, as procrastination, all these what we perceive as negatives that are stopping you, blocking you, jamming up your process. The invitation is to hold steady and to notice what you notice, but to learn from it, to face the fear and ask it why it's there. What is it showing you? What's it inviting you towards? Ally with it. Invite it to the table and have a conversation. But don't back away from it. Doubt. Challenge those doubts. Ask them what they're there to show you, what they have to teach you. All of these self-dialogues that come up are invitations to grow beyond that moment, beyond the challenge. Sometimes that does mean that we take a step, what seems to be back. It may not be a step back, but sometimes reviewing where we've been, reviewing what we've already experienced, helps you gain insight as you move forward. It's like learning anything. Most people, I'm sure some do, but most people just don't get something once and then that's it. They've got it. They never need to look at it again. Generally, it's the instruction that they receive, and there's some type of moment where they touch it again, they review it again. Then there's another step of review and questions and consideration and thinking about it. There's some repetition in there. There's some failure and some mistakes in there. All of this is part of learning. So if you find yourself procrastinating or taking a step back, then rather than being hard on yourself in that moment, maybe ask yourself if you're doing that because it's part of what is needed in that moment in order for you to review the material, the information, the awareness that you've been having in order to gain insight about how to move forward. I'm sure we've all heard the saying, it's darkest before the dawn, and that is one thing to remember at this juncture, that as we progress forward on our aligned path, it is possible that as you're purifying and detoxing out what you know is not for you, there can be some challenges presented there. The idea is not to abandon your mission. It is not to give up or to give in. It's to hold steady, notice what is presenting, and recognize it as part of the path that is there for you to learn, to grow at a deeper level, to come into simplicity and clarity about how you can take action on the awareness that you have had. What is the choice that you are making the choice point. That is what this is. It's a choice point. And decisions are a process. Sometimes I know the answer, this is it, I'm making the decision. Sometimes it's a process that takes time, looking at things from different angles. Know where you're at, know what you need, honor your path, yet don't back down from the fear, the doubt, the negative self-talk. Rise above the fray, rise above it, get beyond it, go within it, and begin to dissolve it, dismantle it, so that it doesn't take you down. Next, small aligned choices reshape the direction of your life. Change rarely happens in big, dramatic moments. It happens in small, consistent moments, in small, consistent choices that honor your truth. It happens when you make the connection to something in your everyday life. It can be as simple as choosing to pause rather than reacting to something. And in that pause, you learn something about yourself. And that pause opens up to another place where you see opportunities and changes that before had been closed off because you were too busy avoiding that moment of pause. This is one example. So just remember that when you have an awareness and you're at a choice point, when you're at a crossroads and you're making some type of a decision in your life to take action, begin with the small, simple steps. Even though you might be thinking about the big change that needs to happen and the big thing you either don't want to happen or you really want to happen, too far, too fast, too soon, pull it back to this moment, ground it into this moment, and look before you, look within you, and see what is true for you here and now. It could be as simple as doing your dishes. Sounds simple, yet that might be what you need. It could be going out for a walk, or it could be connecting with a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. That may not be the end all to solve the bigger problem, yet to get to that solution, to get to that change, there are incremental small steps that lead up to that. And many of us are focused too far in the future, jumping from the past and the future back and forth. We're looking at trying to take too big of a bite off of whatever we're perceiving the problem to be. We've thrown too much at it. It's gotten too big within our head, within our experience. It feels overwhelming. And we simply need to begin breaking it down into smaller pieces and connecting it to what's true in the moment. Because it is those small choices that have the big impact. And if you don't believe me, just try it. Try it for a few weeks and just see what happens. So let's bring all of this together. Spiritual growth reaches a powerful moment when awareness becomes action. When consciously choosing alignment with intention, even in small ways, especially in small ways, we begin walking the path that was always meant for us, the path that we have come to when we're ready to step onto that path. So some action items here. Identify one area of life where you know change is needed. Write down one small action that reflects your deeper truth. Notice where fear or hesitation appears. Take one small aligned step over the next week. Here are some journal questions to consider for your week. Where in my life do I already know the next step, but have been hesitating to take it? If I fully trusted my inner knowing, what decision would I make right now? reflect on these questions through the week. It's helpful to revisit them from many different angles throughout the week. So daily, perhaps consider these questions and notice how your awareness is shifting as you move through the week. Notice what you begin to notice. Notice what you notice. So at this point of the video, I'd love to share with you a short meditation. I invite you to take a moment to clear your space, to get comfortable in a place where you can relax in a conscious, connected way. More of an integrated, embodied type of meditation. So I invite you to sit down, lie down, take in a couple deep breaths, allow yourself to arrive here in this space, in this moment, closing your eyes if they are not already closed, and beginning to slow the rhythm of your breath as you breathe in and out through the nose. Bringing your awareness to your heart center. You can place your hands on your heart if that feels comfortable for you. And imagine standing at a crossroads. Before you are two paths. They're leading in slightly different directions. See them clearly. One path represents what is familiar, the known. It's something you can look down and you know what will happen along that path. The other path represents the direction your soul has been quietly guiding you towards. See it clearly. And be here in this moment and notice. Notice how each path feels. Look to the known. Look to the unknown. And from within your heart, ask silently, what path is aligned with my truth? Allow your inner knowing to respond, to surface, to emerge. Trust what comes up. There's no right or wrong path. They all lead to the same place. Now imagine yourself taking one step onto the aligned path. Feel the energy of clarity and courage supporting you forward. Take in another deep breath through the nose and exhale to release. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And at this point, when you open your eyes, carry this awareness with you through the week. I welcome you here into the space, embodied, present, returning with me here to the video. Taking in a breath, arriving fully present, looking around the space that you're in, knowing that you are grounded within your own safe, sacred space. And I invite you to share within the comments, what is the path, the choice that was aligned for you? What is the decision you're making? And what action, what change are you taking based on what came up for you in that meditation? It's not about right or wrong. There is no wrong decision here. It's just a choice. So please comment and share what came up for you. Also, please remember to like this video and also subscribe to my channel. I thank you so much for watching today. May you walk on your consciously intended, aligned, authentic path, not in comparison or judgment. to another or self. It's really about you owning who you are, choosing to be the best version of yourself, whatever that looks like for you, stepping with intention into that consciously authentic, aligned path with intention, and doing what you already know within you need to do. Take that small step this week with courage, with love. I thank you so much for watching this video. Please have an amazing week, and I will see you in the next video. Take good care. Bye.